more than 15 years. But shout out to Carl. Detroit earned that W. And my reaction to that game really is that New York couldn't score. It was tough. Detroit clamped them. Detroit, they showed why they are in the playoffs because of their defense. Their defense and because of Cade Cunningham. The evolution of Cade Cunningham taking his game to a different level. And their defense is being locked down. J.B. Bickerstaff is putting his identity into that team. Rough, tough. They're going to be physical. And that's what they showed yesterday in that game. I mean, New York was finding... They hit a lot of tough shots. They hit a lot of shots at the end of the shot clock. They made it tough for them boys. And this is with Tim Hardaway Jr. and Malik Beasley not shooting well from the field. They were ice cold. They couldn't make nothing, especially Tim Hardaway Jr. Oh, my goodness. I think Malik Beasley hit at least 1 3 early in the game. Breaking news, Dame will play tonight against Indiana. It's going to be good. But yeah, so they were cashing out. I mean, they were not cashing out from 3. But Cade Cunningham, just like we talked about in the last live, Cade Cunningham was aggressive early. He was very aggressive early. So I gotta give him props for that because as a young up and coming superstar, and how the game went in game 1, my reaction to that was Cade waited too long to start being aggressive because it was a 21-0 run against Detroit, and Cade wasn't involved at all in that 21-0 run, and he finally got involved. But from the jump, Cade was attacking. He had 20 in the first half. I'm not sure I forgot when he finished with. I don't have the stats in front of me. Everything's on top of the dome. But I know he had 20 in the first half. I'm not sure what he finished with, but he was doing it. And then they almost gave up the game. And towards the end of the game, when they almost gave up the lead and everything, Cade was the only one really scoring. And Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder hit some big shots. But Malik Beasley and Tim Hardaway Jr. was still missing. But while Detroit was going through their kind of a drought, the Knicks were going through their drought. And the Knicks were getting stuff off of hustle plays, fast breaks. Brunson was hitting some shots. Mikal Bridges hit a couple of threes. And he missed a 3 to tie the game, by the way. But at the end of the day, Detroit played hard-nosed basketball. Detroit showed why they are in the playoffs. They are rough, they are tough, and they got Cade. Cade, we talking about finishing at the basket with ease. He was doing it all night. Mikal Bridges is kind of too small for him. But when they put OG on him, OG be right there in position to contest. And Cade will find a way to get that ball in the hoop. So Cade played great, and Cade also made some great reads as far as great passes. The teammates just wasn't cashing in. So I got to give Cade a lot of props for that game. Being on the road in New York, in the Garden, especially how game 1 went, giving up a lead, they were climbing back, and Cade calmed the storm so that Dennis Schroeder. And people say that Detroit is a young team, but they got some vets over there. Like Dennis Schroeder is a vet. He had some big-time shots. Malik Beasley is a vet. Tim Hardaway Jr. is a vet. Tobias Harris is a vet. So they got vets over there. Their star player is young, but he didn't play young yesterday. I got to give him a surprise. I know he was getting frustrated with the referees. I was in the chat saying, Cade gotta chill. He got to realize that this is the playoffs. I understand that you're frustrated. New York's even though Detroit shot a lot more free throws, but in the second half of that game, New York was getting some gun calls favorite to them. But Cade got to stay composed, and he ended up doing that, and they won the game, so that matters. All right. Shout out to my boy AJ, co-partner in Unfazed. Cade becoming a superstar before our eyes. Yes, he is. He is. Cade is definitely becoming a superstar. And Javon said it in the NBA chat. He said that Cade has the perfect game for playoff basketball, which is true. Because Cade doesn't settle for 3. He don't. He will shoot threes, but he don't settle. He's at his best when he goes downhill, and he goes downhill. And he did that from the jump, and he's a great passer. So he wasn't forcing a lot. He did force a 3 or 2. But when he go downhill, he don't really force stuff. If it's not there, he will kick it out. And they got shooters around him. They just got to cash out. Now I do think when they go back to Detroit, them shooters gonna hit their shots. They're gonna hit their shots. Detroit is gonna be rocking. They haven't won a playoff game in Detroit in years, so they're going to be. Motor City is going to be hot, and New York. I mean, what I can say about New York is offensively, they gotta. I mean, I think they gotta go through Cat more. I think Cat does have a mismatch when he's out on the wing. You know, obviously when he got guys like Tobias Harris on him, you could throw him in the post. But when you got Duran on him or Isaiah Stewart ain't playing, but when you got Duran on him, put him out on the wing, stretch him out, and then take him off the dribble. You know, spread the floor out. And then if anybody else is on Cat, throw him in the post, in the mid post. So I think they need to go through Cat much more than they did. They kind of went Jalen Brunson or bust, you know. So, and if Jalen Brunson's not hitting shots, which he was last night, you know, but I do think Jalen Brunson rushed that three when the shooter tied it and Jalen Brunson came out and pulled a three. I thought that was a bad shot. I was even made it be a good shot, right? But I thought it was a bad shot. And Cat got to play aggressive. Go get the ball. Yeah, go get the ball. I thought when he got the ball, he did play aggressive. I feel like Cat was very aggressive yesterday. And he saw that they were going through him early in the game, and he was having some success, but they just went away from him. Mikal Bridges, he played with a lot of energy. He missed some key threes, but he also made some key threes. Josh Hart, you know. But I feel like the Knicks, everything was scramble mode with them and offensively because they couldn't do nothing with Detroit. Detroit, like when the Knicks try to run pick and roll, Detroit's recovery speed is crazy. And Asar, I do want to talk about Asar Thompson. Asar Thompson, I don't think he's having a good series. I do think he has some good moments, but I don't think he's having a good series. I think, like, for example, I didn't like this. Down the stretch, it was like a 5-point game, and you got a chance to close it out, and they created ISO for Asar Thompson. Like, why do that? He shot a midi, and it was like midi from the side, and it was like firm. It was like it hit the side of the rim. Like it was a short, bad shot. He's not a good shooter, you know. He's athletic, good driver to the basket, great defender. But in that moment, it got to be Kate or bust. K has to be the initiator 24/7 down the stretch. He has to be the one to bring the ball up and make the decision. So I didn't like that. And they were baiting him into some fouls. You know, although he got fouled out, he made it tough for Jalen Brunson. So I will give him that. But I think Asar got to play better, though. And I think he will play better. He is a rookie. This is his second playoff game, and it's in New York City. You know what I mean? Like I said, Madison Square Garden, it's hard to play there. Especially you got all these superstars on the sideline chirping at you. Like, I'm talking about all these celebrities and all this stuff, right? So I think when they go back to Detroit, Asar is going to have a much better game because he does things to get the crowd hype because he's so athletic. All right, so, but Detroit, if shout out to my boy Christian, right? That man said Detroit. I forgot, you're a Detroit fan, that's right. Detroit basketball. And now here's the thing, though. If I'm a Detroit Pistons fan, I'm looking at this series like, yo, we should be up 2-0. We should be up 2-0, like for real. And going to Detroit up 2-0 and got a chance to go up 3-0. So that's how I'm feeling if I'm Detroit. But the Knicks got to make some adjustments offensively. They were too stagnant offensively. Like I said, everything is scramble mode. Detroit were actually having great half-court basketball as far as offensively. They was getting good shots. While the Knicks, everything was contested or, like I said, scramble mode. So they're going to have to make some adjustments offensively. Yeah. What's up, bro? Yeah, pray all is well. Yes, it is. Hey, everything is well. You know, God is good. That's all I can say. God is great. And the family doing well and appreciate you. Okay. My man okay, let me bring you on. Let's see what he's talking about. Yeah.
Yo,
My boy, what's good?
my man Joe. Hold on, I was in the office. Let me
I can
step
tell
out of
you in
the
the
office real quick.
I can see the ceiling. I can tell you in the office.
Yeah. Let me step outside real quick, bro. Yeah, man. Nah, you absolutely right about your assessment of last night's game. Even the first two games, bro. what I noticed was, man, what happened in game one, man, the superstars did what they did. Cat did what he did, Brunson did what he did. But last night they kept that ISO ball going, man. Like I say, as a Pistons fan, I feel good. Like we should really be going into it 2-0. That 21 round was incredible to watch, man. Like even as a Pistons fan, I'm like, this is just. But them boys got shell shock, bro. Assad, man, he really showing his inexperience. It's cool, like you say, man. It's something about playing in front of that New York crowd. You got Melo and 50 and everybody on the sideline, all the superstars and stuff, bro. So they got shell shock game one, shell shock game one. But and it really happened game two as well. If you noticed the fourth quarter, I don't know if you saw that,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, man, Tibbs got to tell New York, man, you got to run some plays, man, because they really was just watching Brunson really play hero ball for a little while, in my opinion, right? But Detroit, man, they really played team ball. They kept their composure, and they didn't let Cat and Brunson. They did what they did. Don't get me wrong, but they really didn't allow like the rest of the team to get into it, man. So I feel good as a Pistons fan, bro. I feel good about this series. We actually beat them. We beat them a few times during the regular season. I can't remember exactly what the exact record was in the regular season,
I did. I
but we won seven. We won seven games
no, against New York. I think I went 3. You talking about in the regular season this
in
year?
the regular season. Yeah, in the regular season,
3-1.
I 3-1. Yeah, man, I feel good, man. I feel good, man. Tibbs got to make an adjustment. I hope he don't. I'm really hoping he don't. But he got to make an
Yeah.
adjustment, bro. So you absolutely right about your assessment on that game last night, man.
And it's crazy because it was a lot of times Detroit could have blown the game out the water, but there were multiple possessions when y'all got a turnover and then y'all would turn over in transition. That happened a
Bro.
lot of times. And like I keep saying, Tim Hardaway Jr., he got to make them open shots.
Yo, but Beast was 1 for 7 last
Yeah.
night
And Beasley.
from three. And then but he's Bickerstaff sat Hardaway for a little while. He sat him down on the bench in that fourth quarter, I noticed, man, and he let Bees rock out. But Bees was missing too, man. That New York crowd something else, bro. That man, Madison Square Garden was on fire
Yeah.
last night, bro. And I
Boy.
mean they was on fire game one. So it's different, bro. It's easy to talk about it the next day, but being in that moment, man, and Detroit is young, man. We're a young
Yeah.
team, bro. I mean, but I did in my groups. I gave credit to Dennis, and I gave credit to Tobias, man, for their veteran presence.
Mm-hmm.
To trying to stay calm through it. Both of them guys had a good game, for them, for considering who they are, where they at in their career right now. They had good games, and their veteran presence through that crowd playing on the road, man, really helped the team a lot as well, bro.
Yeah.
But like I say, man, you picking the game apart, great, man. The stuff you saying, man, I saw the same thing, bro. As a Pistons fan, man, I am feeling good. We stole a game. Not stole a game. We really won the game, both games. But we got a game on the road, and it's gonna be interesting to see how New York responds in Detroit, man. Because the Detroit playing games as well. I don't know if you noticed, but they not letting people outside of the state of Michigan buy tickets right now.
Oh,
Because
for real?
yeah, man, it came. Yeah, they put it out there, man. They ain't even afraid to say it. Based on your zip code, they limiting the people who able to buy tickets because New York and Detroit, it ain't nothing but a drive away, or it's
Yeah.
a cheap flight ticket. So they trying to limit the Knicks fans from coming out. So I'm really interested to see how this play out, how this series play out, man. What you got, man? What you think gonna happen in this series?
Oh, man. Okay, so look, my prediction with this series before it
Based
started,
on where it's at right
it
now,
was
not
Knicks in
before going
5.
into it.
Yeah.
You got you
Before going into it, it was Knicks in 5, but it was this is why I said Knicks in 5 and 4 very close games like we saw the first 2 games
right,
and 1
right,
blowout. So that's all I had. I had y'all winning one in Detroit though. So y'all won
right.
in New York. I mean, like I feel like y'all are good enough to win the series, but it's a series. We got to see the chess match from game to game. So we got to see how New York is gonna respond to y'all by game 3. I do think Detroit crowd is gonna be crazy though, and usually in the playoffs it's kind of weird. The role players tend to step up at home, and the stars tend to timber down at home.
Mm.
So it's weird. So we'll see. The Stars usually play better on the road, so we'll see how Cade play when he gets back home, but we'll see how New York responds.
I got you, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm just so happy to get a win, man. Pistons ain't have a win since '08, bro. So, like,
I,
I'm on fire. Yo, yeah, I mean, a playoff win
I
since
feel you.
'08, man. Get when Blake and them boys got swept in '18, man. Then we've been losing games ever since, man. Man, I'm on cloud nine right now to actually witness another win, man. But I gotta make an adjustment because we are a winning team. We are a playoff team now. Like if going into it, just from my aspect and just from the groups that I'm in, the Pistons fans I talk to,
Hmm.
um, we was like going into it. We just happy to make it, but now we have an actual I don't know how to put it, but an actual standard that we want to hit. We looking to win this series, bro. I mean, to be honest with you now, we actually looking to we like the matchup. The conversation is we can win this. We very optimistic right now. It went from happy to be here to now. If we lose, I know this sounds crazy, but I feel like the fan base gonna be upset after
Yeah,
the turnaround, man. It's like it's
yeah,
like it's like you go from 14 wins to making the playoffs, and now you mad you lost because we have a chance, man. We have a
yeah.
chance, bro. But
Y'all are definitely capable of winning this series.
yeah, yeah, we
Y'all
got
definitely capable.
yeah,
K
man.
got
I'm not talk
it's up to
crazy.
K.
Yeah, K got. I mean, man. I'm so impressed with that boy, man. I tell you, man. I'm so impressed, man. The way to keep the rhythm, man. We could talk about K all day. I'll take your whole live up, but
Yeah.
um, but he did what he's supposed to do. He did what he's supposed to do. Like you say, man, he's an assist guy. I think he's third in the league in
Hmm.
assists right now, or average assists. But last night he made a conscious decision to score early on in the game. Late, he got a 3 assists in the second half, probably like the fourth quarter. But early on, you kind of see he switched up, and that's coaching too, though. That's coaching, man, because his guys was a little shell shocked, but. Yeah, bro, I could take up your whole live talking about it. I appreciate you letting me
Of
on, man. I just
course,
wanted to
man.
get my perspective. I'm gonna sit in and listen to you, bro. All
Appreciate you for coming on.
right, man.
Representing
Good seeing you.
Detroit.
All
All
right.
right. There you go. I got you, bro. There we go. My boy Christian, let's get it. I forgot he's a Detroit Pistons fan. I remember when I first did R2L and I did my top 5 point guard, and he was debating me how Zeke should be higher. I was like, oh, he a Pistons fan. But yeah, man. I mean, he said it. K's gonna be the driving force. And although I picked the series Knicks in 5, like I said, I picked it in the close 5. Like how the first 2 games went, I have every single game going like that except for one game. I got one game being a blowout, but I had Detroit winning their game in Detroit because I believe that crowd is gonna be so crazy. Like in the playoffs, in the NBA especially, how it works is you go to the Knicks had home court advantage. They played the first 2 games. You saw Spike Lee, right? You saw Carmelo. You saw Bernard King. You saw Patrick Ewing. All the stars showed up. So guess what? When they go to Detroit, they gonna be like, "Oh, y'all think y'all crowd was lit? Watch how we gonna see the whole bad boy Pistons show up. Zeke and all are gonna show up. Just watch. You're gonna see all Chauncey Billups might pull up. You know, he a coach for the Portland Blazers. He might pull up. Rasheed Wallace might pull up. Ben Wallace. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be a lot of celebrity stars in that Detroit Pistons game, Detroit Pistons arena, because when Blake and I went to the playoffs, we all knew they was gonna lose. But Detroit Pistons could win the series. New York is not a juggernaut. They've been iffy all year. They just have the experience, and Brunson can take it to a different level in the playoffs. So we'll see how the New York Knicks respond to that. Next game, this game, another nail biter. The Clippers versus the Nuggets. So look, we did a segment on R2L one day, and I forgot. Okay, it was a Morris twin. I think it's Marcus Morris. Marcus Morris was on first take, and they said the question was: is Steph Curry the most scary? Is the scariest player in the NBA? The most feared player? And Marcus Morris said it's Kawhi. Because in the playoffs, he's different. And we did a segment, and shout out to my boy Carl, shout out to my boy Dave. We all did the segment, and the jokes were about his injuries. Like nobody ain't scared because he always hurt. And then I said, I agree because he is always hurt. But a healthy Kawhi Leonard, there's not too many players I'm taking over Kawhi. I'm sorry. In the playoffs, there's not. So like Kawhi has proven when he's healthy, he can get you to the promised land. I get it. There were injuries that happened when he won the championship. I get it. But Kawhi Leonard is just different in the playoffs. So like I remember, like I'm telling you, I remember when they played the Dallas Mavericks and they went down 2-0 at home. Like they gave up 2 games at home, going back to Dallas. And then they won 2 in Dallas. They tied it up. And then Dallas went crazy, and I think they won game 5. And now they down 3-2 going back to Dallas. Kawhi Leonard goes out and scored like 45 points, shot 72% from the field. One thing about Kawhi, his game is mid-range. Most of his shots are mid-range. He will shoot some threes, he gets layup, but most of his shots are mid-range. And not just all post-work. He's ball handling too, like trying to create space with his dribble. And it looks like a Michael Jordan, a Kobe Bryant, but he's efficient like Jordan. And at times he looks more efficient than him. Like last night, he couldn't miss. I think in the whole game, it was like 5 shots. I think he took like 16 shots and had 39 points, something crazy like that. The shots Kawhi Leonard was making yesterday against the Nuggets was incredible. He only had one shot for real that was clean, and it was a dunk he had in the fast break by James Harden threw a dime to him in the fast break. But outside of that dunk he had, every shot he took, he had to create, or it was a tough one. Especially the one he took before the halftime. That was when he made that. We knew it was up. We knew it was up. Like every time the Nuggets try to go away, Kawhi would hit a shot. We talking about early on. Norman Powell wasn't making nothing. James Harden early on wasn't making nothing. I mean, I'm talking about everybody except for Kawhi and Zubac probably was just off. Turned the ball over, sloppy, but they kept them in the game. Now, I got to give people props in Denver because the last live I told y'all, I don't think Jamal Murray is going to be Jamal Murray that we remember from the bubble, from the championship days, right? But Jamal Murray played good last night. Jamal Murray played good. I got to give him his props. When I saw him, I was watching my wife Heidi, and I was like, I said, look at him. I said, look how he looked. Like he looked weird. Like he looked sick. And then they mentioned that he was under the weather. I said, oh, okay, he had the long sleeves on. Yes, sir. Kawhi's proven, but he surprised me last night. But yes, sir, AJ. We mentioned that earlier. Breaking news: Dame is playing tonight, so we gonna see Dame time. But Jamal Murray, he played good. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know the stats and stuff. Hold on, my boy Mark trying to get in. Hold up. Okay. My boy Mark trying to get in. Let's get it. Yeah, Kawhi Leonard played good last night. What's good, Mark?
Good. Oh man,
How you doing?
I'm good. I was here. I wanted to talk about this game because I won money off of it. So it was a great game. You know, like I said, Kawhi came out different. I ain't gonna lie to you. Kawhi came out different. I haven't seen this side of Kawhi for a long time since like Toronto. So I mean, this was he was unstoppable. Like if Kawhi played like that, I'm gonna say I ain't gonna say the hands down the best, but his defense took a little slip, but he's still the claw at the same time. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this Kawhi right here is different. That's like he was on a mission, and then James Harden was a great compliment to him
Yeah.
yesterday. So I mean, if Kawhi can go off like that, and then Harden can get in this bag offensively, Clippers is like that's a really tough team in the West. Shout out to Zubac. He played hard, getting big rebounds at the right time. You know, like and this is gonna be a good series though. This is a real good series. Hopefully, I hope this goes 7. I hope this
Yeah.
goes 7. Yeah,
Yeah, bro. Kawhi is different, man. And you
Kawhi is
said
different.
something. James Harden, and what I like about James Harden is that he's a pure point guard. Like he's not looking to score all the time. Like that when Kawhi don't got the ball and they run that pick and roll with him and Zubac, it's like it's hard to stop. And then you
Yeah,
got Norman Powell. like flashing to the pocket, like flashing to the high post. You know what I mean? So like it's a lot going on when Kawhi don't even have the ball when James Harden
And
has it. So
then another player that's being underappreciated, people not talking about, is Chris Dunn. Defensively, just playing like he's playing
shout out to
really hard.
Providence.
People don't understand. He's playing really hard. You don't got to score 30 points or 10 rebounds. Like his trenches, he in the trenches. Like he real life. He diving for loose balls, saving, like setting up points for his team without even like really being involved in the offense. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and defensively. So I mean,
Yes,
shout out to Chris Dunn too. Like
yes.
he's playing. Like you need them type of players on your team. Like I think I was in the chat yesterday and I seen Vaughn posted like it was the type of player that he said I forgot what player it was. But he was like, yeah, you need that type of Malik Beasley. He was like, yeah, you need
Okay,
to play like that on your team. And I'm just like, next game came on, I'm like, yeah, you need a player like Chris Dunn on your team too. So
for real.
I ain't say it, but like that was thinking the same thing. Like you need this type of player, scrappy player like that. So that was a good game.
That was
That
a
was good.
That's a great
That was a
point.
good
Chris
game.
Dunn, he went to Providence. Shout out to Providence. I give him a shout out. And he was elite defensively in Providence. I think he was a 2-time defensive player of the year at
Yeah.
Providence. And then his issue his whole career, he can't shoot. But this year though, he up there. I think he's shooting like 30-something% from three and like 40-something% when wide open.
Jason
So
Kidd started off bad too.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's his only issue. He always been an
Yeah.
elite defender. He just couldn't shoot. So the game one he shot pretty good. Game two he did. But I think when they go back to LA,
Yeah.
he gonna
It's
be
gonna be a
cashing out.
different. Yeah.
You know
They
who else
needed to
played
win that
good
game.
too? You know who else played good? It wasn't like Chris Dunn or it wasn't like so standish, but he played his role.
Oh.
Ben Simmons. I feel like
Yeah.
Ben Simmons played good, bro.
Yeah. 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 The Suns played well too. So I mean, I don't know how far they can get, but like if Kawhi playing like that and James Harden he's more of a compliment than like, somebody that's trying to get buckets and not getting them and he keep forcing them up. If he can play as a compliment, they can do some noise. They can make some noise.
Yeah.
They could definitely
Clippers have
make
been
some noise.
healthy.
The Western Conference is loaded. Like whatever matchups is next is just it's one of those. I watched the Knicks
Yeah.
game yesterday. I'm a Brunson fan, but they lost, so I don't want to talk about it. But K was cooking. K was cooking. But
Get his props. Get his
I gotta give
props.
him his props. Yeah, K was
And
cooking.
shout out
But
to J-Mo. He said, I might be late, but shout out to Zubac for first team all defense. He playing very well.
yeah,
Yeah. Zubac, the best defender for Jokic. You know? Best defender for Jokic. Playoff Kawhi is back, so that means Clippers are for real. Clippers got a complete team. Yes.
yeah,
Shout out to Vaughn.
Clippers good. Clippers real good. Clippers
Kawhi just got to stay healthy,
yeah, they
man.
just got let's stay health. Let's stay health.
If he's
Stay health.
healthy, bro, like the sky's the limit for the Clippers. You know,
Can
so
we see a LA versus LA well, nah, it ain't
it's
gonna
gonna
go
be
down
tough
like that.
because Clippers have to play OKC second round, but the Clippers could beat
Yeah,
OKC,
the Clippers can be OKC, but OKC on a mission right now. I don't know.
bro. What they did at Memphis,
Yeah,
bro, it's crazy.
I don't know. They on a mission right now, so it's gonna be tough. It's definitely the West series is definitely loaded. I want to see what's
Yo,
gonna happen when Dame come back tonight.
yes,
So I want to see what's gonna happen. That's gonna make that series look a little different with Indiana. But this pipe up to be a great
yeah.
playoff run right here. So I mean, I think it's gonna be a new champion though. Definitely think it's gonna be a new champion. Boston not repeating.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you that.
That's cool. It's gonna be a new champion though.
Yeah, Javon said Memphis stands no chance. They don't. But like I do want to give props to Michael Porter Jr. I went on him yesterday. I was like, yo, the reason why the Nuggets can't get to a different level is because of him. Like he's just the same player he was since a bubble. And
Yeah,
like but he played with some heart yesterday. You know, like he got some putbacks. He was slashing to the basket off ball. He was playing some good defense, getting offensive rebound. You know, so like he played hard. But the reason why they don't play him late in the fourth quarter because Westbrook playing better.
yeah. Westbrook is playing. Well, I'm not going. Well, he plays harder. He plays like he's like
He playing
consistent.
better than
He
Michael Porter Jr.
consistently
too.
playing hard all season. I mean,
Yeah,
like all throughout the
that's what he
game. Like
is.
he just plays the same speed all season. So I mean, it's hard to not want to play a guy like that, especially in the fourth quarter.
He played
Um,
good yesterday though. I really
I
didn't
mean, after
see any
that air
mistakes
ball,
from him yesterday.
that air ball that he shot, that fake pass that he did, but. After that, yes, that was he played real good. He played real good.
Man, that man shot good from the 3-point line.
He
He
on the
got a block.
boards.
Yeah, he's getting bored. He got a block on. I forgot
Yeah,
who it was and started up a fast break. But like put back. I mean, what
he,
Russ is
he
just.
was killing me though with the assists. I bet him to get assists and he ain't do it.
Uh,
I lost that parlay, but
yeah, he might not
outside
get
of
that
him,
in this playoffs. I'm
yeah,
not
not in this
gonna lie.
playoffs. His assist numbers is way down.
Yeah,
But
because
then,
he all
yeah,
ball out. Because Jokic's playing high minutes. He gonna play. Jokic's gonna play high minutes. Jamal Murray gonna have the ball in his hand a lot more. Let's play all basketball now. Jamal Murray played good though. I gotta give him his props too.
yeah,
He
Jamal
played
Murray
good
did play well. He
because he's
played
been
well.
killing me lately.
They
That dude.
that pick and roll with him and Jokic is they use that in late in the game and the team like as long as they've been doing this team still haven't like caught on or how to stop it.
I
So
mean,
they got something there, but then I think they need other players to step up. Like I know the first game they had
mm-hmm.
Chris number
Christian
15,
Brown. Yeah,
Christian Brown, he just like stepped up the first game, but this game kind of like disappeared a little bit. I didn't
yeah.
really hearing too much
He
about him.
he
He didn't
bricked
hit
that
it.
three.
Yeah, he bricked it. Yeah, that was a bad brick too.
He was.
So yeah, so I mean, like players like Aaron Gordon, it's just like they got to step up again. Like Aaron Gordon, a great player to have on your team too. Rebounds, play defense, all that. Like he a great player to have on your team too. It's just that like other players need to step up on
Uh,
that team.
Jay
Definitely.
once said, "Powell pushed Murray like Reggie pushed Jordan '98." Facts. He did though. That whole play, y'all go watch that sequence. He like Jamal said he pushed him, and then Jamal Murray, he deservedly so he didn't get attacked. He fouled him and he just stood there. And Powell shoved him, and then Christian Brown stepped up, and Chris Dunn was like, "It was good, Christian Brown." Christian Brown was like, "Yo, I don't want no problems." Like,
You're about to say
yeah, you don't
dunk
want no problems,
certified.
but Norman Powell, man, he was killing me, man. He was missing so many wide open shots, like. He was and I think he was forcing stuff. It was one time he could have kicked to the corner, and then he tried to lay it up contesting and miss. I'm like, come on, man. And
And they let
playoff
him play.
basketball,
They let
huh?
him play. They letting him play.
Which is, because
They letting him play.
he ended up being clutch at the end of the game.
Yeah,
Hit those two floaters.
letting him
He
play. Oh,
hit
we
them
did the
two
same thing with
floaters.
the Knicks game. Letting them play. The Knicks in Detroit. I was like, they ain't calling nothing. They
Oh,
just let them go
oh
at
yeah,
it.
he's trying
Like,
to freeze. Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah,
was just
yeah,
letting them
yeah.
play. Just let them play.
Playoff
I like it. It's
basketball.
playoff basketball. That's exactly what it is. None of that
But
soft stuff in here.
I thought Denver played well though. You know what I mean? Like
Denver ain't
Denver,
play bad at all. It's just that Kawhi was different. If
Kawhi was
Kawhi ain't played
different.
that well, they would have lost. But Kawhi had to play like that yesterday in order for them to win.
He was
Hopefully,
so efficient, and they
Hopefully
won by
Harden
like
have
what point?
one of those games to get them a W too, because Harden need to have one too. If they want to win the series. They can't just land on Kawhi. Harden, they got to land on Harden too. So
Harden had a good
Harden got to have
game
one of them type of
one.
games. I
See,
know he got
Harden
to
had a
have one
good
of them
game
type of
one.
games. He got to have
Harden
one of
game
them
one was
type of
good, and
games.
Kawhi let him down. Game one.
Yeah,
So and now and
they
Harden,
they go
go
ahead.
ahead, Murray.
My bad. No, I'm not saying they have to compliment each other.
Yeah.
So I mean, they have to compliment each other. Like the way Harden was playing off ball when Kawhi had the ball, and then like getting open, waiting Kawhi can somewhere. It was on one accord yesterday. It was good. That was good to see that type of basketball in motion. That was good.
Mm-hmm. And great point by J-Mo. Healthy Kawhi be balling when his back is against the wall.
It was
Telling you,
clutch.
bro. I remember when they went down 3-2 against Dallas, he came out and dropped 45, shooting 72% in Dallas. That's
Yeah.
who he is, bro. Like Kawhi, he was aggressive from the jump. Like, he was cooking, and every shot he took, it was like amazing, bro. Like I was watching, I was like, yo, like the footwork, all that stuff. Like Kawhi, I'm telling you, it ain't too many. I know people want to joke about his health and all that stuff. If he's healthy though, it ain't too many people mark him picking over Kawhi in the playoffs. I'm telling
I
you,
mean, with a healthy Kawhi, yeah,
a healthy Kawhi. He look healthy now,
yeah, he
so
look
we
healthy
gonna.
now, yeah.
When he fell down, when Watson grabbed the ball and him and they both fell down, I was scared for the ball. I was like, oh snap! And he got back up. I was like, all right, but so but yeah, man, it was a good game. It was a good game. Both games were good. So I'm trying to do this I was trying to do it last night, but
It's too
I was
late.
watching shout out to CTC. I was watching CTC. They were doing a mock
Redraft,
draft, and I couldn't
redraft.
focus. I couldn't listen and watch. You know what I mean? So I had to go back and watch. So
Yeah,
and I
Aaron
ended
Gordon. He
up
said Aaron Gordon still no chance. Yeah, you're
yeah,
right. Aaron Gordon's gonna yesterday. They couldn't nobody do nothing with Kawhi. I don't care. You could have been the greatest defender ever. Yesterday, nothing was stopping Kawhi yesterday.
which is
He
crazy.
was
Look,
yeah,
that's a
that
good
was
point
OD.
though. Who going to slow down Kawhi? Eric Gordon is not quick enough for him, and also Eric Gordon, he's probably better for them playing help side versus actually playing
I'm actually checking him. Yeah,
checking Kawhi. You
yeah,
know, and that's one thing I mentioned because Jokic is not a great defender. He's not. So down low, it's layup galore. All buzz, all buzz buckets were
stuff.
tough, but
Last
that
minute
last
he got some
midi
too.
he hit
Yeah,
was so tough. I'm telling you,
yeah,
man. Kawhi,
yeah,
like he doing
yeah.
stuff off the dribble. It's not just all post up. It's like off
Yeah,
the
off the
dribble
dribble.
too.
Yeah, I was like, where you get this from? This is what it this bag before. Like,
Tell you,
but yeah,
man.
he ain't Kawhi's unstoppable. He was nothing nobody can do with him. It was like Cade yesterday. There's nothing nobody could do with Cade Cunningham yesterday. It
Yeah,
was the
K was.
same thing.
Yeah,
It was nothing nobody can do. They double teamed him, triple teamed him. He was getting his buckets regardless. It did not matter. It
that's true.
just
You know,
yeah,
OG. And
yeah,
J-Mo said it's supposed to be Peyton Watson, but I don't know if he's ready yet. He's just too small. He's too
yeah. You're not
small
big
for
enough.
Kawhi. He's too small. He had that one play on Kawhi when he took it, but it was one play. I think it was Aaron Gordon on him, and the shot clock was like somebody shot or no, somebody didn't shoot. So something happened, and Kawhi ended up with the ball in the mid post with like 4 seconds left, and he just quickly hit a move and shot it right over Aaron Gordon and made it. I'm like, bro, this man is on a mission today. He's not losing
Even at
today.
the end of halftime, the halftime shot over
That
three
was
people was he leaned the body the other way. You got somebody behind him, in front of him on both sides. I'm just like he just couldn't be stopped yesterday. He was on a mission like
I knew he
Kawhi
was in the
he had his
zone
back against the wall.
with that
Yeah, yeah,
shot. I knew he was in the zone. When you watch that shot you talk about, when he shot it, you know when you shoot and you like waiting for it to fall. He had one go.
yeah.
He shot it. He was like, and then it went down. He walked off. I'm like, oh yeah, he in the
Look,
zone.
he didn't even flick his wrist. I was like he
Yeah,
put
his
that in
shot
the
is
rail.
like
He just
a
shot
straight
that for real.
line. He got like
Yeah,
a
he ain't
straight
even
line
flick his
shot.
wrist. He know exactly what that was. I was like, yeah, Kawhi. That's when I made
Oh,
my bets. I had to remake my parlays at halftime, and like, man.
and look, Jay won't say he cooked Gordon with the step back three in transition. Yes, he did. Oh my gosh. In the second half. And in the Knicks game, and the Knicks only made runs when K didn't have the ball for a few plays in a row. Then he'll get the ball and calm everybody down. Yeah, like the Knicks the Knicks, everything they got was scramble mode or Jalen Brunson.
Jalen
Like
Brunson,
they
Jalen Brunson, him. I
they
don't,
were getting strapped. Yeah,
man. They
he's
just double triple team with Jalen Brown. They did not try to get him the ball. He's different too.
he
He
be
should have made that
man.
last shot. If he would have made that last shot, we'd be having a whole other conversation right now. If he would have hit that last 3-pointer, but it
Yeah,
is what it is. Shout out to Detroit for that dub. I'm moving for the Knicks this series though. I ain't gonna hold you,
all right, Coach,
but
they asking like, do we mess with Norman Powell? I do. I think when they get back to Clipperland, he gonna be better. Like we talked about him earlier, how he was irritating me. Like he had open looks he was missing. He wasn't making an extra pass, but that's what Norman Powell is. You know what I mean? He's a gunner. You know, so he did make one good play, like that with the pass. I think he drove to the no. Kawhi drove to the basket and he threw it a Zubac. That was a good one. And he drove to that another time and swung it, and they swung it at an open three to Kawhi. So like I think when he go back home, he had a bad 2 games, but he was clutch at the end of yesterday. He hit them 2 floaters. But I think when they go back to Clippers in LA, he's going man, no problem. He's gonna
Norman
be
Powell,
lashing
he a
out.
bucket. Norman Powell a bucket. He when Harden can't get a bucket or Kawhi can't get a bucket, Norman Powell definitely gonna be the one to get you a bucket. And it's good to have that many options that can score like that at will.
Yeah, and
So I mean, I
he's
like
quick.
Norman Powell,
When
and he's quick. Yeah,
when he gets the ball on the move, it's hard to stop that because he's very quick. He's very quick. Brunson got the refs on his side too. A couple of questionable calls with Detroit Young. Yeah, I think in the second half he got a lot of calls. In the first half, Detroit's getting a lot of calls. It was in the free throw line all day. Everybody got smoked at 7. Yeah, Carl
you got
trying
to
to
go
find
work.
the enemy. If you don't
You
pick
got to go
Detroit
work.
to win, he don't
I
like
know. You gotta find. Yeah, I know. You got.
you.
It's cool with me though. That's cool. That's
Yeah, that's
cool.
cool.
But I gotta go
Do his
back to work,
thing.
man. I had to join the live to
Appreciate
talk
you for
about.
coming
It. That
on.
game was great yesterday.
Yeah, it
But yeah.
was. Hopefully, get some good ones today too.
All right.
Like I said, all right, Mark. There it is, man. like I said, I gotta give props to the Clippers. Sorry, the MPJ. MPJ did his thing. Jamal Murray played well, but the Clippers are just a better team. That's why I picked the Clippers to win. And Kawhi was not leaving that place without a dub. He was not. You know, Kawhi couldn't be stopped. He couldn't be stopped. So. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.